Welcome back. It is 9:47, and we are following the pursuit of a stolen car. We have Justin O'Brien up in Skyfox with the rest of the crew. Justin, fill us in. Tell us what happened. I know this began in Barstow. Where are we now, and what's going on?
Well, g'day, Roxy. Currently, we're in Norwalk. This vehicle, it's a golden Mercedes, allegedly stolen in Barstow. This chase has been going on for quite some time. It's currently just got off the 105 freeway. CHP is still in pursuit. Now he seems to be just going in and out of businesses. Currently heading up on Somerset Boulevard, taking a right there. One interesting thing is the gentleman driving, he keeps putting his hand out the window, waving at people, but shows no signs of stopping anytime soon.
So you've been following this for a while. It looks like he's driving erratically, and I imagine he was speeding and going much faster at some point as well.
Yeah, so earlier when he was on the freeway, the CHP was saying he was doing 85 miles per hour. But then the traffic started to build up on the 105, so that's when he got off the freeway. But you can see here, if I put up the speedometer, he's still doing quite some speed through these suburban streets. There are quite a few units in pursuit, and unsure, and also a lot of air traffic. CHP, here we go, he's going on the wrong side of the road here.
Yeah, he's going the wrong way. That is very, very dangerous. I mean, it doesn't look like there are many cars on the road, but it doesn't matter. It kind of, you know, you get the sense of, I mean, who knows, but Bob, right, that he doesn't know what he's doing and where he's going.
Well, at this point, if this pursuit started in Barstow, first of all, you know, a great distance, over 120 miles or so away, and then going down all of these various streets, probably down the 15, then the 10 freeway. Justin was saying the 105 as well, so this driver taking kind of a tour of Southern California, and then in the Downey, Norwalk area, now going through these surface streets, so it doesn't look like there's really any rhyme or reason where this driver is going right now. But certainly dumping back now onto surface streets, and this becomes a much more dangerous situation, particularly if the driver picks up any more speed here. But we have already seen the driver driving on the wrong side of the road, and obviously just ignoring various stoplights, stop signs, and the like. And other cars you see ahead kind of stopping, so they almost
through that stop sign.
They almost seem like they know that this is happening. And Justin, are you seeing LAPD there? Is it LAPD or CHP in pursuit of this? Are they following closely behind? Oops.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, Bobby, it's CHP who are in pursuit. As you can see, if I pull out a little bit wider, there's the vehicles are quite a way behind him, but they are there. You know, he's driving very erratically. You saw him blow through at least 4 stop signs there. Now, obviously, he's just trying to get away. He's heading back towards the 105 now.
All right, heading back towards the 105 again on surface streets here.
Well,
I mean,
now
at this
he's
point,
like in the yeah, he's not even in a lane for a moment there. So, Justin, you had mentioned that you had seen the driver sticking his hands out the window, and what was he doing? He was just waving?
Yeah, he was just waving. There's also a video on Twitter of him waving at news crews as he drove past. So, obviously, you know, confident in what he's doing, but he's getting up quite a bit of speed here in these side streets.
You say confident in what he's doing. At the same time, I feel like we've been covering pursuits so long, and people watch this. They kind of know that there's a airship above. There's either police helicopter, maybe news helicopters ahead, or maybe even the police vehicles behind them, where they kind of motion to someone that might be watching them as they continue to move along. And at this point, Justin, we still think there's just one person in this car. It looks like the windows are tinted.
Yeah, windows are tinted. It appears there's only one person in the vehicle, Bobby. And coming up to an intersection here again, you can see that unit is trying to get closer to him.
Let's try to get our bearings here. I'm not sure if there it is. Okay, so now this is on I can't even, Somerset Boulevard, now San Marino Avenue in Norwalk. San Marino Avenue in Norwalk is where this has gone. So this pursuit from, as you said, Araxia, just kind of keeps kind of snaking through different streets. There doesn't seem like there's any intention in terms of which street this driver is going to go to next.
He's just kind of going in random circles. You know, oftentimes we talk about how whenever we cover these stories, people end up going to neighborhoods or areas they're familiar with, and at this point that does not seem to be the case. It seems like, again, you know, this began in Barstow, so it's not like around the corner, and at this point it looks like he's just kind of going in circles trying to decide what to do. We have no idea if police are in contact with him, if anyone's tried to call him or talk to him. But you can see, Justin, him just blowing through all of these stop signs.
That's right, Roxanne. Oh, there we go.
That was very... Oh, he clipped him. He did. I saw it. Yeah, he clipped him.
Hopefully the driver of the vehicle was safe.
The car was...
as you can see there too, there's damage to the passenger side rear of the vehicle. Maybe there's been a possible... Oh, he's off the road again behind the tree. He looks like he may have actually went into that the fence.
Okay, looks like it ended. I think we're probably gonna have to move around this tree to see how this ended. But it looks like, yes, the car did slam into a fence. Looks like an iron fence. Driver losing control at the corner. Now we're at Mark Keppel Street and El Camino Avenue in the city of Downey.
Hands are out. He does have his hands out.
So again, this is believed to be a stolen vehicle. This pursuit starting in Barstow, and now finally coming to.
He's opening the door.
Will be coming to an end here.
There he is.
Officers have their hands drawn. Both hands are up. And it looks like he's obeying the officer's commands. He'll slowly take some steps backwards towards the officers.
And we don't know if he, I mean, we're assuming he's the only one in the car, but we don't know for sure. And it looks like this was a home, right? He crashed into that fence of a home. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, Roxy, some poor homeowner now has got some repairs to do to their house. We're surprised that they don't come outside. He seems to be obeying all their commands. And I don't believe there's anybody else in the car, but obviously they're going to check check that to make sure it's...
All right, he's down on his knees now, and shortly they will handcuff him, and that's what's going to happen right here. Again, we don't know if there's anybody else in the vehicle. That's going to be one of the things they're going to be looking at to clear the vehicle to make sure there's no one else inside, but they do have this suspect in custody. The pursuit is over after what was seemingly very dangerous, and there was at least one minor accident that we at least observed during the time that we were in this coverage.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll come back.